For years, people have grappled with the idea of time. They have used it to number their existence on Earth. They have fused it with movies and literature, created novel concepts out of it, and even wondered about controlling and manipulating it to their liking. So many people have sketched what it would be like to travel back in time and save the dinos, or jump into the future for clues. But according to some scientists, time may be just an illusion. Welcome to Science Today, where we present to you the latest news and research within science and technology. In today's episode, we will talk about time, its very existence, and its new study where scientists label it as non-existent. Time is a number on a clock. It is a day setting into a night. Literature defines it as something that doesn't wait. Physicists define it as a progression of events from past to present to the future. The most outstanding scientist of our time, Albert Einstein, theorized that time exists as the fourth dimension. Yet, this scientific genius is the very person who categorized the entire universe in relative, including time. So, where does that lead us? See, time is hugely debatable. Some scientists label time as a measurable object. Anything that is measurable is concrete. While some wonder about the reason behind its measurable attributes, others consider this unique phenomenon as a figment of our imagination that, although abstract, controls our being. Such debates and hanging questions takes time to the complex realm of metaphysics and versatile theories. There is no solid answer to any question of time. This punctuates physics into a significant crisis. What is time? Does it exist or not? What category does time exactly fall into? For years, physicists hovered over domains of quantum mechanics and general relativity. The concepts may seem complex, but understand it this way. Quantum mechanics is synonymous with the world of particles. It details how things work in this tiny world of bouncy or solid particles. In contrast, general relativity describes how gravity, which keeps us grounded, works and how the objects move around in this attracting realm. Now, here's the thing. The two theories, regardless of their workings, are in direct conflict. It is mind-blowing how the two concepts that solidify our understanding of the universe are at the battle against each other. This conflict shakes the foundations of our universe and forces us to reconsider the makings and the theories that piece our scientific understanding of the galaxy. Due to this conflict, scientists believe that there should be a different theory, a mixture of quantum mechanics and general relativity and time, that should help us explain the workings of gravity in the world of particles. However, coming up with such a theory isn't easy. Scientists devised a string theory, an influential theory with several loopholes in the past. For instance, although it showed immense capabilities, the string theory was discarded as it had tons of theoretical data about the workings of the universe with models to explain it. But the models lacked practical data, hence they were unable to come into existence. If you were confused about how all this answers any time-related questions, well, we got you covered in a bit. See, these theories try to provide answers to the looming nature and existence of time. As mentioned earlier, string theory tried to string together answers, pun intended, but raised more questions. Therefore, physicists turned to quantum gravity and used new mathematical approaches to curb their curiosity in the 1980s and 1990s. Through extensive research, scientists unleashed a famous theory known as the loop quantum gravity. True to its name, loop quantum gravity theorizes that the existence of time and space isn't a whole being, but rather a web of loops, tiny chunks. However, this theory abolishes time. Strike one against time. And you know what? Loop quantum gravity is not the only theory that eliminates time. Several others stand firm against time, erasing it from our reality. For instance, a scientist in 1927, Sir Arthur Eddington, penned the book The Nature of the Physical World, and in there emerged the term the arrow of time. This term forms the idea of time as something that flows in only one direction like an arrow. However, dimensions of space have no particular directions. Eddington further defined this term by stating three valuable characteristics. Number 1, time is vividly identified by consciousness. Number 2, time is equally insisted on by our reasoning faculty that determines the arrow of time is nonsensical. Number 3, Finally, time is non-existent in physical science, except for the sole purpose of studying the organization of a versatile number of individuals. Moreover, the arrow of time is related to the physicality of time. Its unique features is that it flows in the orientation of increasing entropy, defined in the second law of thermodynamics. We know that nothing lasts forever in our world. Everything is subject to the process of time-based decline and decay. When Eddington states that time doesn't exist in the physical science save for the study of the organization of individuals, this point lacks a thorough explanation considering time exists everywhere. Even in physics, time and entropy exist together. It looks like we need more answers. Previously, the universe thrived with the order and the number of entropy was low. However, research shows that entropy is constantly increasing due to the workings of natural laws, and hence Eddington's arrow of time could be entropy. So, is time an illusion? Some authors of The Secret believe that time doesn't exist in the ever-expanding universe. Remember what quantum physicists and Einstein told us, that everything is happening simultaneously. Well, most scientists have stated that such declarations about time are untrue, as time is an essential component of our universe. Time is seen as an essential property of the universe. Scientists state that the second law of thermodynamics is linked to the linear concept of time. This puts time as valuable as the law. As these two, law and time, are connected, the other becomes meaningless if one doesn't exist. This notion is further backed by Einstein's theory of relativity, which considers time not as a standalone entity, but rather unites time and space in the same position. Hence, together, time and space can be used for any mathematical measure to calculate how various physical processes placed in different locations interact with each other. Our guy Einstein further added that if time didn't exist, the past, present, and future would exist randomly. However, as they are systematic, hence time exists. As proven in his equation E equals mc squared, the scientific genius believed that nothing could travel as fast as the speed of light. If time remained non-existent, then anything would have been able to travel as fast as the speed of light. In another case, the author of the book Time Reborn: From the Crisis in Physics to the Future of the Universe, Liz Mullen, argues that frequently science labels time as an illusion. He states often we need a theory that integrates quantum mechanics or quantum physics with gravity and space-time. This task is often known as quantum gravity. Plus, Einstein once wrote to his friend Michel Besant's family on his death that now he has departed the strange world a little ahead of me. It signifies nothing for us believing physicists. The distinction between past, present, and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion. This statement has been a subject of debate by physicists who argue that Einstein's statement was not meant to console. Instead, it was more of a hypothesis. After all, Einstein carries two significant theories of modern physics on his shoulders: the general theory of relativity and the standard model of particle physics. The best part? The very laws that solidify these theories are time-symmetric. According to these laws, the physics for any entity is the same whether the variable time increases or decreases. So, while some theorists treat time as just another idea or an illusion, others strongly vouch for time to exist, as its existence would explain the workings of the universe, which are not static. In simple words, everything moves, hence there is an element of time. What do you think? Time exists or not? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon for the latest science updates.